Frankfurt to Detroit is today's flight with an Airbus A340-300. Yeah, don't forget yet. And get the luggage ready. Yes, all done. So last uniform check. Oh, no. Good vibes only. Very important. And last uniform check. Yeah, acceptable. Yeah, you know where I'm here. Frankfurt Airport, the departure board. So after a successful simulator mission yesterday, I'm back here. And now on my way to the crew base and then to Detroit. So let's fly to Motor City. Yeah, let's fly to Motor City. There we are. There's the crew base. Let's sneak inside. And first things first, get the shoes ready and the head on the luggage and then check my post office. Yeah, that's mine. And grab a coffee and then one double up towards our Blue Saloon, as we say. Thank you very much to Michele and his crew for preparing another wonderful omelette. Yes, very nice. Thanks a lot. And yeah, time for a coffee and time for a quick route check. So we leave Frankfurt with a northwesterly course towards Amsterdam, then Scotland onto the North Atlantic, south of Iceland, south of Greenland, Goose Bay, then following the St. Lawrence River towards Detroit. 8 hours and 30 minutes, and it's going to be a windy day in Detroit as far as our forecast shows. So, to the cockpit briefing. No, this is what the cabin briefing is. And there we are at the cockpit briefing, decide about the amount of fuel we're taking. There's the cabin briefing, everything is done, very good mood. So from the 747 model, we're on our way towards the crew bus, and it says Lufthansa 442, go to the bus. This is what we do, and there we are on the way to our plane. Not to this 747, but there she is, the Golf November in Star Alliance livery is waiting for us. Yep, perfect. There we are. Thanks a lot for getting us safe to our plane. Let's put the luggage in the back of the plane, and yeah, do a rotating video at the rotating beacon, and yeah, beautiful view on the outside here from the front, and a light check. Thanks a lot. Lights are working perfect, and sky tanking. I do love the name of this company. Fill the fuel into the plane. This is the premium economy class. Sneak view into our economy class. Everything is prepared. Looks very nice. Very good. And from here to our business class. And of course, you know that seat 5K, my favorite seat on this plane. Always choose the window seat. Into the cockpit. The 4 thrust levels are there. Preparation is still in progress, and time to watch some planes on our apron position. This is an Airbus A340-300, the Lufthansa 400 leaving to New York, John F. Kennedy Airport. Accelerating on runway 07 center here in Frankfurt, and soon gonna take off. So beautiful. Perfect. So we're done. We're prepared. So engines are running. We are taxiing now to runway 25 center. The wind shifted a bit here in Frankfurt, so this was our departure runway for today. It was a bit of traffic in front of us. You'll see in a minute. We had to wait at this position, wait for Discover Airlines from the left. Yep. There she is. Another traffic cross runway 25 center from the right. Yep. Then it's our turn. Continuing and wait for the Discover to taxi into the position and hold. There's a KLM in front of us, taxi into Lima 1, and there's a 777 from Thai just pulled to their position. Then it's our turn. You know what's coming now? The takeoff in original sound, original speed. Sit back, relax, and enjoy that.
On runway 25 center.
Ready? Ready. Take off. Matrix 51 SS. Auto thrust blue.
3, 1.
Yeah. So.
So 299 kilometers an hour, the rotation speed here in Frankfurt. It was still a wintry day, was at the end of February, our flight to Detroit. So do a right turn here. The weather is quite fair, crossing the Rhine River, but you will see in a minute, it's getting cloudy over at Europe and not very much to be seen, except the clouds, of course. And yeah, we're flying northwesterly course. There's a glance onto the Rhine River from here. But as you see, still winterly and, cloudy skies all over Germany and all over Europe. So we continue and fast forward. The flight was quite, smooth, not many turbulences. And, this is Scotland. And, the Hebrides, just at the western part of Scotland. You see a flight radar 24 image pretty soon. And I guess it's this tiny island we're going to see. It's the Isle of Orkney. Hope I pronounce it right. We pass that and you will see some images of that island pretty soon. Yep, there we are. Looks like a bit of rough sea, but kind of nice. This was the only spot on our way to Europe with almost no clouds. So, time to fly onto the North Atlantic. Very nice. As I said, quite smooth ride, however cloudy as you see. So, time to play. First, we pick the food that was left over. Thank you very much for offering this to us. Really satisfied. Very tasty. Thank you for this. Onto the North Atlantic, and this happens there. Perfect. There was another aircraft, this United Boeing 767 on the way to Newark, just crossing our path 1,000 feet above on the organized track system here over at the North Atlantic. As you see, we are flying at 33,000 feet and those guys at 34,000 feet, heading towards the United States. And we were a bit faster. Maybe the wind was a bit favorable for us, or our speed was just simply a bit higher. But so this is always so amazing to see those guys. Just at the same thing. Just 1,000 feet. Yeah. Perfect. Well, a nice flight, guys, towards Newark, and we received in the end also a very nice picture of our beautiful Starlines livery. Perfect. Time to continue. Canada. And the weather is getting better. As you see, it's still very winterly here. The St. Lawrence River is just appearing there. And this is, I guess, Sept-Îles. Hope I pronounced that right as well. You see the airport in the front and the Bay Area, the back, the city. And as you see, it's still quite cool here. As well, I got some images from Flight Radar 24, as you see our routing here, just onto the St. Lawrence River, Sept-Îles. And further with southwesterly course, just following the river. Yep, this is what we do, and this is what you see on this. The next on our routing was another city at the St. Lawrence River. Well, maybe you can help me on that. I'm not pretty sure, so maybe you can put that in the comments. We get a bit closer. It was nice weather there, however, still very cold. And maybe there's a hint on the Flight Radar 24, which, or maybe I just don't want to pronounce the French name wrong. So from the St. Lawrence River, we're going just a bit to the right here to this Saguenay is the city and the river, and you will see some icebreaker action very soon. Yep, ta-da, there we are. To the right, an icebreaker path, and to the left, to the harbor, which is most probably quite important, as you see. A lot of icebreaker action out there. What do icebreakers do in the summer? Maybe you have an idea. Okay, the airport in the background, and we have to concentrate on the landing. Do the descent. Everything was cloudy, but thanks to Linda, we have a special approach today. 3 perspectives, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the landing.
400. 100 above. 300. Minimum. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 9, 5.
Yeah, arrived safe and sound here in Detroit. Was quite windy on that approach. You can see the clouds are moving real fast. Yeah, and now we're taxiing back to the left here, then crossing runway 21 right, which is right here, and then a right turn here, another runway to cross. It's 27 right this time. Yep, crossing is approved, and then a right turn towards our parking position here in Detroit. And guys are waiting, the wing walkers and the guy who's guiding us in. Thanks a lot for this.
Cockpit, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Briggs.
Perfect, thank you very much. 8 hours and 44 minutes since we departed Frankfurt, and doors are open. Yeah, everything is fine, so let's leave the plane. Yep, heading into the terminal here in Detroit, and on the way towards immigration and towards our luggage belt. So one escalator up, and welcome to the United States and to Pure, Michigan. Oh, it looks very nice. Absolutely. And one escalator up. Again, no bad vibes. We had that before. There is our plane, the beautiful Golf November. Thanks a lot for this. Another uneventful ride here to Detroit. Thanks to our crew bus driver for getting the luggage safe into the bus and us safe to the hotel. Bye-bye, Golf November. Last view onto this beautiful A340. Then we're there at our hotel. Fancy hotel with quite a lot of paintings at the wall. Well, kind of nice. I like that. And you know what's coming now? Short room tour, but in the end, it's going to be a little bit different. You will see. So thanks a lot for this wonderful room, and the view, well, acceptable. Well, there's the head on the bed, but we are having a late dinner here at Ford's Garage. Very nice. So thank you very much for this. Good night from Detroit.